What's up, everybody? It's something in the news recently that really just fucking it irks me, and I'm trying to understand this shit. Okay, so recently we've had stories about these trans men going into women's spas where women are naked and stuff, and the trans men, I say trans because these motherfuckers ain't really trans. They walking around naked around women, little girls, and everything. And what I'm trying to figure out is, when the fuck did they put an exception into the sex laws for LGBT people, right? Like, when the fuck did it become appropriate to expose yourself to young girls as long as you're gay or a trans or a drag queen or something? When the fuck did they make these exceptions in the law? And like, how fucking lame are you? These guys, they're not trans. They're just guys, horny guys who just say they're trans so they can go in and sexually harass the women. One of these guys was overheard trying to holler at a woman, trying to hook up with her. How the fuck are you? What is wrong with people? So that's where we're at now with a society. Like, it's okay for gay people to commit sex offenses just because they're gay. It's okay. Because that's what that is. Let me tell you something. If a man goes into a woman's spa and exposes himself, that is a fucking sex offense. It's a crime. Saying you're trans should not make you fucking immune from prosecution. Just like these teachers and some of these fucking perverted drag queens that expose themselves to children when they're reading books to them, and some of them have been exposed for being pedophiles and stuff and have sex offenses on their record, but they're not charged. So it gets exposed that this guy who came in to Drag Queen Story Hour and dressed up like a drag queen and had his legs open, exposing his crotch to the kids. It got exposed that he was a pedophile. He's a convicted pedophile. And then he laid down and let the kids crawl on top of him and stuff. And when they found out he was a convicted pedophile, was he charged with a crime? Nope. So I'm trying to figure out, when the fuck did being gay or trans or whatever, when did that make you immune from being charged with a sex crime? When did that make it okay for you to go out and commit sex crimes? Because that's exactly what the fuck these are. These are sex offenses. When a teacher or someone else shows your children pornographic material, that is a crime, people. Stop complaining to the school board. Stop complaining to management. Call the police. Call the cops and press charges. If the police do not want to do their jobs, file a civil rights lawsuit, okay? Because you are not getting equal protection under the law. If you're reporting sex offenses and the police won't do anything about it, they're violating your civil rights, people. You can fight this stuff. Stop being a fucking sheep. Stop laying down and allowing this shit to happen because it's politically correct. Because you have a fucking administration in there that's pushing this agenda on us. Don't lay down and allow you or your daughters to be victims just because of that. That is ridiculous. Okay? This is disgusting and it's sick behavior. And I just do not understand how the fuck they're allowed to do this stuff just because they're fucking gay. That is bullshit. Okay, show me in the fucking law where it says it's okay for a man to expose himself to little girls just as long as he's gay or claims to be a woman. He's got a penis. How the fuck is he claiming to be a woman? Now, if you're a post-op trans and you've had your stuff cut off, if you're that committed to it, go ahead then. Go on in there with the women. You don't have a penis anymore. You pretty much are as much of a woman as you can be. Other than those, like, those are the only ones they should allow in there. If you've got a penis, you have no business. I don't give a fuck if you're really gay and you really do identify as a woman and you really don't like women. Even if all that's true, you have zero business exposing your privates to children. And that's the problem. It's bad enough that there's grown women in there you're exposing themselves to. But it's underage girls in there, juveniles. Like, why would anybody even go back to that place? Let me tell you something. California is a sick, disgusting, twisted place. If that shit happened in Texas or Louisiana or somewhere like that, nobody would go into that spa again. They would be shut down. They wouldn't have any clients anymore. They just have a couple of trans people. That's it. Nobody else would go in there. They would boycott the shit out of them, but they would probably do worse. There'd probably be violence. But it's insane to me that people even tolerate this kind of behavior. And who the fuck works at these places? Like, who the fuck thinks it's okay for a man to walk around in a spa with his penis out? And then the way they act like it's no big deal. Oh, you mean the trans person? Oh, I mean, he's trans. No, he's not. So is that the fuck? They just say it. oh, I'm trans. Like in California, they're putting men in women's prisons. They just say they're trans. They get arrested. They claim to be trans. They put them in there with the women. And shocking, they've been in there raping women. Oh, what a surprise. It's not a surprise to anyone with common sense. See, the problem with all this stuff isn't the real trans people. Okay, that's the thing, is that most people, you know, if somebody's trans, if they really believe they're a woman or whatever, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? That's different. It's the fact that men who are not trans will just use this as cover to go in and do perverted shit. It's been happening in Target since they made their rule. I know you don't hear about it. Google that shit. They've wiped a lot of it from Google, because I've Googled before a couple years ago, and there was a bunch of cases in Target after they did their transgender rule for their bathrooms and changing rooms about all these perverts getting caught in the women's room, making videos, filming the women and stuff, sexually assaulting women and children in dressing rooms and bathrooms. It happened a lot. It gets swept under the rug though. You know, and the thing is, it's not the real trans people that are the problem. And I think most people agree with this. It's the guys who are not trans who just use this as cover to go do their perverted shit. This is absurd. This is a ridiculous time in our country right now. You're fucking letting perverts, pedophiles, rapists and stuff, you're letting them go around with impunity and victimize countless women, all because they simply claim to be trans. So once again, show me in the law where there's an exception to indecent exposure laws and stuff like that. Show me where the exception is, it's okay though if you're trans. Show me that. I don't believe that's in the law, and it shouldn't be. Are you fucking crazy? Lord, pray for this country. Peace.